Hürrem Sultan. Was she an angel or a demon? Before she became Hürrem, she was Aleksandra, ripped from her days as a slave. What price did she pay to become the shining jewel of the Ottoman Empire? Or was it others who paid the price? The greatest mystery of the Ottoman Empire is finally beginning to unfold. With each episode of this series, another door to the past will creak open, because now we embark on a journey into the darkest secrets of history's most powerful love story. "Don't cry, beauty," sneered the raider. "You'll be sold for the price of gold at the slave market. You're lucky." He had no idea that this fiery-eyed girl would one day become Hürrem Sultan, the Sultan of Sultans, ruling over the world. Amid the icy winds of Ukraine, in a small village still unknown to history, lived a red-haired girl, Aleksandra. Until that day, her name only echoed down the narrow lanes of her village, but soon that name would rewrite the pages of history. Born in 1506 in the village of Rohatin, Aleksandra possessed a beauty far from ordinary. Her copper hair shimmered in the morning light, dancing like flames in the wind. Her emerald eyes could enchant and pierce into the soul. Her lips were painted naturally red, as if God had created her for a divine purpose. The old women of the village had long noticed her aura. "That girl's not normal," they whispered behind their windows. "There's fire in her gaze, a nightingale's melody in her voice. Everything she touches turns to gold. This beauty will bring her trouble." Another added anxiously. When Aleksandra spoke, her words dripped like honey. Her voice lingered like music in the air, making hearts race. And her smile, oh, that smile, stole the breath of every young man around. Women, on the other hand, felt both awe and envy in her presence. Her fair skin whispered nobility. Her hands were soft and untouched by hardship. She didn't walk, she floated. But this beauty wasn't just physical. It was an energy that radiated from her very being, a spell no one could escape. Yet fate had its own plans. Would it punish this beauty or reward her? Then came that winter night in 1520. 14-year-old Aleksandra was safe in her warm home when the sound of Tatar hooves shattered the silence. The village would never be the same again. Doors slammed, screams tore through the air. Aleksandra's life changed forever. "Aleksandra," an old woman cried, but it was too late. Ripped from her home, terror filled Aleksandra's eyes. Her powerful gaze trembled for the first time. "Come here, pretty girl," roared a large raider. "What beauty! In God's name, I've never seen such a thing." "An angel or a devil," laughed another. "No one has the right to be this beautiful." "Look at her hair," barked a third, grabbing her fiery locks. "Shining like fire. We'll make gold off her." "Don't be afraid, beauty," mocked a fourth. "You'll be sold like a queen in the market. You're luckier than us." "This girl's not ordinary," murmured a fifth. "She belongs in a palace. She's harem material." Aleksandra turned one last time to her home. Tears like pearls streamed down her cheeks. She didn't know she'd never return. She didn't know the fate of an empire had just begun. Bound in chains, she marched behind the caravan, but the fire in her eyes never died. Days in the slave caravan transformed her. Dirt, exhaustion, hunger. Yet Aleksandra's glow only deepened. Pain matured her. Her beauty became sharper, more dangerous. A new force awakened within her. Ambition. A hunger to prove herself to those who had hurt her. Patience forged with fury. It wasn't revenge. It was justice. Even the other captives were spellbound. Aleksandra wasn't just beautiful, she was hope itself. "You're different, my child," whispered an old woman beside her one night. "The stars have charted a special path for you. This beauty is not just a curse, it's a key. One day, you will open doors." "What do you mean?" Aleksandra asked, though she already knew deep down. "Our fate is not ours to command, my dear, but yours. Yours is different. I feel it in my bones. I've seen many caravans, many beautiful girls, but you're royalty, child. It's in your eyes." Aleksandra listened silently. Each word echoed deep in her soul. "Be strong," said the woman. "Your beauty will take you far, but to survive out there, you must be stronger than steel." As days passed, Aleksandra's fear melted into resolve. Pain was shaping her into iron. The innocent girl was gone. Her wrists were bruised by chains, but her soul remained free, and that fire in her eyes never died. When the caravan arrived at the slave market in Crimea, Aleksandra stood tall. The merchants were stunned. "What cursed beauty is this?" one whispered. "She's no ordinary concubine," said another. "She belongs to the Sultan." "Those eyes," added a third, trembling. "That fire will either destroy or rule." "Her hair burns like flames," said the fourth. "She was made for something greater." Aleksandra said nothing. She watched. Every word, every glance mattered now. This wasn't about surviving anymore. It was about rising. Customers came and went, stunned by her. But no one dared to touch her. She seemed wrapped in an invisible force. That evening, the Sultan's men arrived. The market went silent. The led official stopped in front of Aleksandra. "This girl," he said, eyes locked on hers, "shall enter the palace. She is worthy of the Sultan's harem." "She's no ordinary girl," whispered his aide. "I know," the man replied. "That's exactly why." And so, the girl stolen from a nameless village and sold in the slave markets of Crimea began her journey to Istanbul. Her heart pounded as the ship neared the majestic city. She had never seen such magnificence. The domes and minarets of Istanbul rose before her like a dream. "This is it," whispered one of the older women. "The center of the world. Everything is possible here, but nothing is safe." Aleksandra took it all in. Colors, smells, sounds. This was her new world. "This place," the woman said, "is where your fate begins. Be ready, my girl. There's no turning back." Aleksandra nodded. She knew it too. No one knew this girl would one day become the most powerful woman in the empire. No one knew her love would bring an emperor to his knees and change history forever. But how would Aleksandra be received at Topkapı Palace? How would the other concubines react? And most importantly, how would her first meeting with Sultan Suleiman unfold? In the next episode, Aleksandra enters the palace and fate begins to turn.